29 chapters, 470 clauses and 7 schedules. In addition, there are around 300 rules which are yet to be defined. Interestingly, the Companies Bill 2012 will be the first statute which defines fraud. Fraud is defined as any omission or concealment with an intent to deceive and gain undue advantage from shareholders or creditors, whether or not there is any wrongful loss or gain. Now, if I just look at the Companies Bill 2012, some of the specific areas which are thought we should discuss today are relating to independent directors, the Serious Frauds Investigation Office, class action suits, and vigil mechanism. When I look at independent directors, there are various provisions in the bill that have actually impressed a great focus on the roles of the audit committee, the independent directors, and the whole-time directors. Now, the whole-time directors have actually been brought under purview of key managerial personnel, thereby creating means to hold them directly responsible for any fraud perpetrated by the management of a company. Even the directors have been tasked with the responsibility for maintaining assets of the organization and for preventing and detecting fraud or any other irregularity. The provisions have actually put greater responsibility for fraud prevention and detection on the directors of the company. And interestingly, it will also lead to significant focus on establishing a fraud risk management framework, which could be, an important step towards preventing fraudulent situations as well as detecting red flags well in advance. Now, when I look at the Serious Frauds Investigation Office, which is SFIO, the Serious Frauds Investigation Office actually gets a statutory status in this bill. Clause 212 empowers the central government to order an investigation by the SFIO into the affairs of a company. Also, SFIO will comprise of experts from various disciplines like law, banking, corporate affairs, capital markets, information technology, and forensic audit. Under the bill, the SFIO also will have the powers to arrest for certain offences which attract the punishment for fraud. I personally think that the recognition which is being given to SFIO in the bill will actually help strengthen and expedite the investigation process. Class action suits. The concept of class action suits introduced actually empowered specified number of shareholders and depositors to take legal action in case of any fraudulent action by the company, or if the affairs of the company are being conducted in a manner prejudicial to the interest of the company or its members or depositors. The class action suits have been prevalent in the developed economies, and I personally think that the provision is a significant step towards protecting shareholders and depositors. Vigil mechanism. I think as per the bill, the audit committees have been tasked with creating vigil mechanisms where employees can report wrongdoing without fear of victimization. While it's not expressly stated in the bill, there are some specific mentions of the fact that the audit committee would be responsible for any perceived victimization or retaliation towards the whistleblower. I think in today's environment, this is an interesting change which we will see, considering the fact that vigil mechanism procedures have been pretty mature in some of the developed economies. While in India, we see some large corporates implementing vigil mechanisms to gather feedback to further invest in governance. I think this will be a good step, from a larger corporate India standpoint, if this mechanism of feedback is effectively invested in.